never fails, does it, Mike? Your phone rings always.
I'm loving on you. Loving on you. What? Elderly abuse.
Really covered in dirt because there was a lot of that fine powder, and as we came by with the side-by-side, or I've never canned anything. I made pickles once, and they actually turned out all right. Pickles are really So this is one of our fall calving pastures. These girls clearly don't have any babies yet though. Not yet, do you girls? We shouldn't really start till first part of September. We've got a few on the ground now. What a great spot to have babies though. It never fails, does it, Mike? Your phone rings always. Geez, that washout's getting ridiculous. Holy cow, you don't want to go down that. Look at all the babies. Okay, kids, if you could just slide out of the way so we can get by on the road, that would be amazing. I've never seen them on this side of the pasture, ever. Just don't mind us, just coming through, girls. So hubby and I just got back from, and that's a nose of a dog, of course, because we can't do anything without a dog. Hubby and I just got back from checking fall calvers, putting out salt and mineral, checking water down in Yellowberry. It takes us, on average, about 3 hours. It's kind of a trek through there. Anyway, I love fall calving. It's one of my favorite things. I love spring calving. I kind of just like new babies being born, lambing, anytime we can, anytime we can calve, it's a good thing. So we split our calving up on purpose because it helps kind of reduce the workload, since mostly it's Mike and I. Dustin is here for, a fair bit when he's not driving truck. Fall we find to be easier. Just gonna be honest, the weather's warmer. We have to watch for flies a little bit, not too bad. And where these calve, they're down in a lot of trees and creek, and it's just glorious. By the way, yes, that's a live trap behind me. Should have probably picked a better spot to talk about this. Anyway, it also helps give us an income twice a year, which we love. A lot of people have asked if it shortens the lifespan on a cow or if it's harder on the cow. For us, we roll up a lot of hay. We produce a lot of hay. Mike loves to feed animals. That's not actually any kind of problem we ever run into. Is probably for us a little bit is making sure it's economical, because he would just feed the heck out of animals because he likes it. So no, for us it doesn't actually shorten the lifespan on the cow. I suppose it could for others, lactating through the winter, but ours are fed really well, so it works really well for us. And everybody has to do what works for their place. We did not start out fall calving. We started out just spring, and then decided to split and try it, and now we have half and half. We have half in the spring in April, and half they're just starting right now, and we'll calve through September, hopefully be done by the end of September, and then we'll be bringing those cows home. And it's a good trek, so those calves need to be done and old enough that they can trek home, because it's about 10 miles each pasture, and there's 3 of them to come. Okay, I didn't even think about this, but I am so dirty. This is what you call I just want to get it done because I'm trying to be more consistent with my YouTube. So I am really covered in dirt because there was a lot of that fine powder, and as we came by with the side-by-side, Oh goodness, I am just covered in dirt. There we go. That was miserable, huh? Okay, since we're sharing about fall calving in this video and some of those things, as I was reading in the Word this morning and spending my quiet time with the Lord, one of the scriptures that stood out to me was Romans 12:2, and I might not get it exactly right, so I will put it in the caption so you can read it, so in case I mess up exactly remembering. It is, do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, so that you can know God's will, his perfect and pleasing will. And I'm sure I didn't 100% get that right, but look in the show notes, or not show notes, well, you know what I mean, look in the caption. Anyway, so I thought about that as how it relates to like ranching and ag and fall calving. And a lot of times, I think with anything in life, but what I know is ag and ranch, is that a lot of times we do traditions because they're good, but a lot of times we just do traditions because it's what the world tells us to do. And when we first started fall calving, it might sound silly, but it was kind of a leap of faith to step out there and do it. It wasn't what we do up here in our area when we started doing it. But we both felt really led by the Holy Spirit, like this is the direction you're supposed to go do it, move forward. So that for me is like, as we transform our mind, when we're more focused on following God's will for us than jumping through the right hoops or following certain traditions without asking the Lord if that's the right tradition for us, to me, that is where we transform our minds and where we can see his will for our lives play out, because we are staying in tune with the Father so that we know what his will is for us. So I just want to encourage you, don't conform to the world. Seek the Lord and see what his will is for you personally, and then go after it. Perfectly honest, these whole like stand still, do videos, not so easy for me. They're really kind of challenging. Anyway, I really hope you enjoy some of this as we talk about fall calving. If you have questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll do my best. Everybody's different. Everybody does their own thing, but I will sure do my best to answer your questions. All right, so I am trying something that my mom has done for years. I'm just actually not much of a cook, or I've never canned anything. I made pickles once, and they actually turned out all right. Pickles are really, really, really easy. But anyway, I'm trying to channel my inner Meredith, this farm wife, and see if I can do a little cooking here today. So I'm gonna freeze some corn that I got from a neighbor, and yeah, I ate a bunch first because of course, you know, you gotta eat it fresh off the cob, but now I'm gonna freeze it. So working on freezing some corn that I got from a neighbor. Yay! Just getting started. But talk about great help, right? I mean, how do other people shuck corn without dogs for supervisors?
So, I'm not typically a real vengeful person, but that little fart knocker just ate a good portion of this ear. I don't know. Thinking he's gonna get fed to the hens. Haha. Yes, I'm a vengeful woman. Eat my corn, chicken's gonna eat you. And I eat the eggs. Circle of life.
So ignore the dirty counter, it's just part of life here. So I've got all the corn off, 2 sticks of butter. Gonna pour a full pint of half and half on here. Cook it for an hour at 300, let it cool,
for quite a while in the pan, and then put it in freezer bags and freeze it for the winter.